Hey y'all, so I'm waiting for Tommy to finish getting dressed. Yes, that's how it works around here. I wait on him sometimes. And if you saw the title of this video, then you may be confused because we spend so much time and effort working on our lake cottage here. But we never said this was our forever home. And we've reached that point where we've decided we're going to start looking. That doesn't mean we're going to buy tomorrow. It took me several years to find the property that I loved in Arkansas when I bought my Arkansas property in the Ozarks. And we don't honestly know how long it's going to take to find the property that we want here in Texas. We do know there's certain must-haves, and there's certain things that we're like, no, don't want to be near, a power plant, stuff like that. So today we're going to start the process to kind of weed it out, to kind of narrow it down to what we both want in a property in our forever home. We're going to check out this area and see if it's an area that we even like. You can't just... I was a realtor for almost 10 years, and I know you cannot just look at properties online and believe what you see, because they only show the best pictures in most circumstances. We're not necessarily looking for a property that already has a house built on it. We're willing to just take vacant land, but we'll discuss our wants and our needs later on in this video. But I think I hear Tommy. He sounds like he's ready to go. So let's get on the road and we'll discuss this a little more as we travel a little over an hour away from our house to these properties we're going to be looking at today. And the other part of it is that all we ever do is work. So today is sort of a day off for us, which is rare around here. And we decided to stop for lunch at, what is it? Two Broke Cajun Smokehouse. Let's hope this is good.
Hi, how are y'all?
Hi. Just sit anywhere?
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a seat wherever you like.
Religion music.
Oh. So, what did you think of Two Broke Cajuns?
It's pretty good.
Service was slow.
A little slow, yeah.
And they weren't that busy.
No. They need to not play their religious music, but...
Not that we're against religious music. It was just very loud religious music. We're not trying to offend.
No.
So...
Not trying to offend anybody. It was good.
It was just very loud music that...
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's get on. How far away are we from the land? Oh, I don't want to tell people that because I don't want them to know where the land is. We'll be back. I never can remember what this place is. It has something to do with rice. Do you remember?
It was a rice plant.
Right? It's a rice. So that's what we're calling it, rice plant. I'm not afraid of gators. I'm afraid of the human element and snakes. So we found water, a river. I'm not gonna say what river. Ooh. There's a crashed boat down. A couple of boats dumped down in there. Lovely. Huh. Couple of them. There's one there and one there.
Yeah.
Hmm. You see any alligators?
No.
I don't see any sunning on the beach over there. Is that a lawnmower over there?
Yeah.
What you doing, honey? This is the one that's 12 acres. I couldn't hear you. Ouch. Not a good place to be wearing flip-flops. There's water down there.
That's why I said there's a tank down there. Looks like it's about empty. I didn't want to come up and smack it.
Somebody's ridden through here on an ATV of some sort. What'd you see back there? Huh?
Nothing really. Backhoe.
What do you think of that one?
Yeah.
Location's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Pretty decent area.
A lot of clearing.
Yeah. A lot of clearing. They ain't getting done with just a chainsaw.
No. But we don't want anything clear cut. A big pasture.
No.
So I would say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And that's only because I can't walk it in these shoes and explore it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's 12 acres, 12.15, and the price is good. It's $149,000. So I'm gonna, in my notes, put that we liked it. All right, on to the next one. Only one house, a couple of houses there. Says there's a water meter right there. Must be city water here. You think? So it would be city water and a septic probably. What is it with the construction equipment left on these properties?
it may not be to this property. Depends on what the layout is. It may be 10 acres, 500 feet wide.
Yeah. Ow. I mean, this one's not bad. A lot of pine trees.
Get the measurements on it and find out where the property lines are. It'd be great.
Yeah. Let's walk down to that second one. How far is it? They were right next to each other. Go ahead and drive though. I'll meet you down there. I hear horses over there somewhere. There's a marker of some sort right there. Wow, the other sign's way that far. Uh-oh. Hope that wasn't my tire that just popped. What was that popping sound? Nothing. That's a utility of what? Some sort. What is this? Be nice if they actually wrote on these things what they are. And the people out here really like twisted tea. That's like the 5th can I've seen. Maybe that's why this one is so much more expensive than the other one, because it has possibly cable and city water right there. Power, that sort of thing. Typical, I go right, he goes left. There's a TV out here for us, honey. Nothing, I was joking. And a microwave. Woohoo! Hope I'm not coming up on a homeless encampment, which is not uncommon on properties that have been sitting for a long time. You don't want to come up on any homeless people. What do you think? Is it worth $75,000 more? I mean, it does come with its own TV and microwave.
Does it?
Yeah, over there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a lot easier to clear a spot here than over there at that other place.
I just don't think it's worth $75,000 more, though. I don't know.
All from the same price.
See, this has been here. This has been sitting here on the market for over 470 days. That tells me they have it priced wrong.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Okay. Does give us an idea, though.
Yeah.
Look. Some sort of survey marker. There's no way that a 12-foot property is this shallow.
You mean 12 acre or almost 12?
I mean 12 acre.
No.
So I wonder what that marker is. Huh. So many questions. I heard horses when I was walking down the street. But that's horses right there. Alright, so of the three, which did you like the most?
Well, the first one I liked the most, but it's going to take a lot to clear a spot.
Why did you like that one the most?
More secluded. It had a tank in it.
Price? Closer to town, though. Or it seemed like it was closer to town.
Yeah, it's closer to other stuff, yeah. After that, I liked 11.5.
And it was close to the river and the wildlife refuge.
Yes.
So, when I'm looking for property, what's one thing you will not accept? Like, one thing you have to have or you won't accept. And I'll give you an example. So, I don't want any property that's in an HOA. I don't want anyone to tell me I can't have chickens or goats or cows or horses or whatever I want.
Right.
So what is your top 3 wants in a property?
I can walk outside in my birthday suit and not see a neighbor.
Or more importantly, the neighbor not see you.
I just prefer not to see a neighbor.
Okay. We could accomplish that with a bunch of trees around us on 1 acre, though, so.
No.
All right, so.
I don't want to be able to hear them neither.
Okay, what else?
That's pretty much it.
That's your only want. So if I said, honey, I found this perfect half-acre property, what would you say?
I'd say, no, it's not big enough.
All right, so then you have a want of an acreage. How many acres? Because when I'm doing my search parameters, I can say, okay, I only want properties that are over this amount of acres. How many acres do you want?
At least 10.
See, where I'm at, I want at least 5. I would settle for 5 if it was otherwise perfect.
Not big enough.
Not big enough? I may change my mind in the future.
5 acres is not big enough.
Okay.
10 is the bottom line.
There's that other property.
Yeah.
So that one,
Look at it.
it doesn't say, does it say 20 acres?
Yep.
I'll look it up and see.
That's a narrow 20.
Yeah, it goes straight back, huh? Just like this one.
Yeah. It's a narrow 20 acres.
It might be why I didn't choose to look at it. It might have been so thin or overpriced.
I'm going to say probably overpriced. If those 11.5 and 10 acres were 200 and some thousand, then that 20 acres probably going to be a $500,000. Because see, I want to have a bull and at least 2 heifers so we can do our own beef.
Okay. The thing about properties way out here is there's nowhere to work. There's no industry.
No.
And what would it be? At least an hour drive to your current job, correct?
Yeah.
And over an hour for me.
Yep.
So that gives you an idea of what's for sale within an hour of us. So Just saying, we gotta have somewhere to live and we gotta have a plan. So, are you feeling motivated at all? Well, we didn't exactly find the property of our dreams, but I didn't expect to find it on the first day we started looking anyway. It was a good practice. It got Tommy to open up about what he wants or expects in a property, and I need to go back in and reset all my search parameters to probably include a structure, because he was rather emphatic that he does not want to live in an RV again. You know, we lived in an RV for a year before we got this house, and he just doesn't want to do it again. So, and besides that, I personally think it would be different living in an RV on our own property instead of living in one in an RV park, because that's worse than living in an apartment. I think it would be different, and he would have, you know, work to do outside of our RV that he didn't have when we had to live in an RV park while we were looking for a property before. But I'm not going to try to convince him. I might find the perfect property and he might change his mind. Hi, kitty. But I think it was a very good exercise. It wasn't anything unexpected, you know, since I was a realtor for almost 10 years. But then again, people have an idea in their head and then they are met with reality. So he now has a better idea of what we can afford. You know, we can't afford a $500,000 property. He has a better idea of, you know, the housing market today is not necessarily going to be the housing market 3 months from now. So what we can afford today may not be the same thing tomorrow, and we may have to wait until the housing market comes down quite a bit, because with the influx of people from other states coming here, it has caused prices to go astronomically high. So I'm going to keep looking, and we will find our dream property, something that is both what he wants and what I want. We're not going to move until we find our forever property. So anyway, thank you guys for coming along with us today. I hope it was entertaining at the very least. You got to see a little bit of this part of East Texas, Southeast Texas. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next video. There's always a cat in my videos.